Nights with Poe and Monroe. Jimmy's upside-down Toyota, clutching his spare magazine. Need to count the bullet.
Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
Magazine into the Smith & Wesson. Lockdown sirens blow. The cavalry. Dr. Thatcher's black BMW is wall. It's in far better shape than he is. A reinforced steel wall now separates the lab's underground car park from the outside world. I may have time to take all 8 shots before Emma reaches me. She's fast. Too fast for Jimmy to hit. She tore straight through his gut, pulling out his spine like an...
Hi, I'm Lexi. I'm Lexi.
Months ago, the eggheads on Smoke Break told Jimmy that the Emma project... Bullshit. Sent down to the vault for further... She had already been here once. It was just a...
Something's weird, isn't it? Ron seems strange today.
How are you?
Do you think Bronwyn might get falsely imprisoned? It happens all the time.
Are you looking to take over?
No. I'm just worried.
Yeah. The door from the west stairwell crashes open. I raise Jimmy's gun, but she's in cover before I can aim. My first shot goes wide, but it's enough to send her sprinting directly for...
Hi, I'm Bronwyn.
Approach to a stagger, the 8th forces her to her knees, just a few feet down slope. Howls. Eyes locked, I put... Spraying crimson, she spills backward onto the...
Why have you been telling people that I'm suspicious? Suspicious indeed.
All that's left is my sobbing. Until Emma slowly rises.
Nights with Poe and Monroe.
Hello, I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
It floated there in the center of the loft. The vague lady. Maybe escape was possible, but it just floated in the middle of the empty. The vacant penthouse had a hallucinatory quality. All glass windows that spanned the wall were many distant pinpricks of white. Twilight blew through long windows and vague lady floating, as if suspended in currents of unseen water. The vague lady changed.
It's 6 o'clock and you're listening to Radio August. Police investigating the murder of Dorota Shaw are appealing to the community to help catch her killer. The body of 21-year-old Miss Shaw, an accomplished cellist, was found in her home last night. Police are describing the murder as a violent and despicable act. Monroe?
It's just terrible. Meanwhile, out of respect for the victim and her family, this weekend's Tulip Festival has been postponed. New dates will be announced shortly, so do stay tuned to Radio August for updates.
I heard DeRota Shore was due to play this weekend.
At the Tulip Festival.
Indeed. I understand why they'd want to postpone it. Tonight the weather will be mostly dry and warm, but be on the lookout for dark clouds on the horizon, as there may be scattered showers. Best take an umbrella, Monroe, so you don't get wet.
I like getting wet. That's 6 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Nightmare.
Pains me to think that I was even on the list, but I'm ruled out because we have video footage of me in the station at the time of the murder. Rain says he was praying in his room, alone. Nobody corroborates. Bronwyn and Lexi say they were in the same room last night. Shame they can't agree which one. The tarot readers have mentioned a job. We don't know what. Violet says she doesn't remember last night, and you found out she's taking pills. Perhaps they're related. That's it.
Closing down like a spiked coffin. The vision vanished, and an alternative to death was offered. It wouldn't eat me, at least for now. It needed help with its camouflage. A human mind to... I agreed to help the bag lady with its disguise. Yes.
Hello, I'm Rain. I'm Rain.
Settling if it had eyes, and were less of a corpse. Concept of water or air.
She's not in
floating
her
or standing.
Bronwyn don't want to say anything. She doesn't want to say anything.
Its present form was an approximation.
Lexi don't want to say anything.
Bethany had lived a life of addiction, survived on a steadily dwindling income.
Hi, I'm Bronwyn.
The disguise was decomposed, not decomposing flesh. Amalgam of fears and haunting memories, a corporeal. The bag lady.
Why have you been telling people that I'm suspicious? Suspicious indeed.
Oh, so I've got to be her, I think.
Spidery fingers wrenched open my jaw, fingers with far too many segments.
Hello, I'm Violet.
Involuntary gags, reflexive struggling. Probed. The worm didn't go down. Until it was crawling inside my brain. Panic, panic. And gradually, as the worm settled, the worm was inside my skull. The bag lady drifted back to the center of the room and floated there. I was free to go, along with the worm.
Hi, I'm Bronwyn.
With feet. So I left and observed her, the bag lady, as I went, and relayed my brain. Small talk with the servers at the restaurant. Not this one. The worm had to be told incessantly. Not these ones.
Hi, Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
And maybe the people sensed it. Sensed something was wrong, just behind my eyes. But they didn't comprehend the true horror. The bag lady was getting hungry. "Spare some change?" a homeless man said. The worm probed, and the worm did not. This one. What's special about this one? May have been precisely the point. "How about something to eat?" I said.
Hi, I'm Lexi. I'm Lexi.
Find that his name was George. George had lost his job and his family and couldn't work because of pinched nerves. So George found out that there was a great place he could sleep, better than the street or the shelters, a building with a vacant penthouse. George wanted to know if I was the owner. Building, to the empty penthouse lair, to the room bathed in blue light. Where the floating entity waits inside for those who keep finding their way, like a deep sea.
Hello, I'm Rain.
Well, I watch from the crack of the closet. I always watch from inside the closet.
Welcome to Poe's Curiosity Shop. Okay, Monroe, here's the object for today.
It's definitely made out of silver.
Well done. It is.
Hi, I'm Bronwyn. I'm Bronwyn.
Well, it's a silver rattle and whistle.
Oh.
It was found within a sea. 17 children.
Oh.
It was discovered just over a decade ago, after a sudden sinkhole in the graveyard exposed the well's contents.
Hello, I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
Dreams
And nightmares.
with Poe and Monroe. So I'm climbing the stairs of a tall, going up and up and up, and I always wake up before I reach the top. What do you think, Poe?
Oh, that is... dream. I would say
I am now
he's
stuck.
someone who wants to reach.
Stairs can show that you're achieving your goals.
Oh, so he is achieving his goals.
So, what I think is happening here is that
It's 6 o'clock, and you're listening to Radio August. Police investigating the murder of Dorota Shaw are appealing to the community to help catch her killer. The body of 21-year-old Miss Shaw, an accomplished cellist, was found in her home last night. Police are describing the murder as a violent and despicable act. Monroe?
It's just terrible. Meanwhile, out of respect for the victim and her family, this weekend's Tulip Festival has been postponed. New dates will be announced shortly, so do stay tuned to Radio August for updates.
I heard Dorota Shore was due to play this weekend.
At the Tulip Festival?
Indeed. I understand why they'd want to postpone it. Tonight the weather will be mostly dry and warm, but be on the lookout for dark clouds on the horizon, as there may be scattered showers. Best take an umbrella, Monroe, so you don't get wet.
I like getting wet. That's 6 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Up now I can visit it. So visit Chief, visit Oscar, visit Guest House. I'm going to visit Oscar.
Who are you? Who what? Get out of here before I call the police. I told you to leave. When I see Chief DuPont, there's going to be trouble.
Any more news on Oscar Wainwright? I'm a bit busy, Sam. Maybe you can go on my behalf. I'm a bit busy, Sam. Maybe you can go on my behalf. Just the tarot readers. No one else is remotely suspicious compared to them. Got any reason for saying that? I'll look into it. Rain says he was praying in his room, alone. Nobody corroborates. Bronwyn and Lexi say they were in the same room last night. Shame they can't agree which one. The tarot readers mentioned Birmingham. You're looking into it. There's some talk about a traveller, whatever that is. Dorota's boyfriend Oscar is in the clear as far as I'm concerned, but I'm still waiting to hear what he tells you. Violet says she doesn't remember last night, but I've got that. That's it.
I told you to leave. When I see Chief DuPont, there's going to be trouble.
Oh, wait a minute, I know what to do. I've got to be the chief, haven't I?
Your ability isn't endless. It will run out at some point.
Hi, Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
Similar sculptures in a tunnel of caves in Mexico. Oh, I picked it up on eBay. It's supposed to be proof that aliens have...
Chief DuPont, there's been loads of people coming around asking questions. I don't even know half of them.
Has Sam been to see you? The detective?
Oh? Wait, I get it now. Yeah, someone dropped by. I'm not speaking to them though.
You should.
Really? Alright. But I don't think they're taking Dorota's murder seriously enough.
Bronwyn is still prime.
I know, I agree. Because she tipped you off? If I manage to get into her room, what am I looking for again?
Anything that ties her to the murder.
Okay. That sounds easier said than done though.
Did Dorota collect coins?
Not that I know of. She collected thimbles. She said she didn't need any. She had hard calluses on her fingers from all the cello.
Have you looked in Dorota's bedroom?
Not since the murder. There's still a load of my stuff in there. I climb in through the window, but it's on the 3rd floor.
Her name was Vanessa Quinn, and she was an onomat, or so she said. I'm not sure I believe they exist. Even now, if she was an onomat, she wasn't anymore. She told me to shoot her, so I did.
I should be able to see him now.
It's a long story. Bang, bang, bang. The office door shook with the knocking from outside. What a time.
Yeah, I went round there in the afternoon. Her parents were at work, and we were, hanging out. I left at about 5. Playing football. It was just 5-a-side. Finished at about 9:30. I called her, but she never picked up. Not much. They always seemed happy to see me. I don't think they meant it. They wanted Dorota to focus on her music. Not long, a couple of months maybe. We did care for each other. No one. She was really popular.
Oh.
What, you mean watching us? That's disturbing. No, it couldn't have been. The only place he could have hidden would be in the closet. And I suppose someone could have hidden in the closet. Yeah, it's big enough for 2 people to have sex in. Not for us. She had a few kinks, nothing weird. Yeah, a band from the 60s. I'm not discussing this with you. Clothes, mainly. I did see something that freaked me out a bit. She had a wedding dress in there. She knew I'd seen it, but we never talked about it. Not even as a joke.
Why do you keep the quilt on it? I'm in shock.
Yep, that's what you told me too. Not a suspect.
They didn't have many places to hide. Officer Peter sighs. I'll get going then. Heading for the door, she turns around one last time. Be careful, she whispered.
She flaunts herself. Her body. Her boudoir photographs taken. Who do you think those photos were for, Sam? Her mother?
Maybe.
Ask Zach Weston. He took them. Vicar's son? No, as far as I can tell, Oscar is a good boy. But we've all got different faces now, haven't we, Sam? Masks we wear. I could be a satanic cultist behind closed doors, but you'd never know. Would you?
A satanic cultist.
Zach's the local photographer. You should go and talk to him, Sam. You're good at talking. At Weston's Photographic, off the high road. It's late, but he's always there. I have a good memory. I'm still holding grudges from when I was 4.
That's weird, because she
I
said
moved
she
towards
doesn't.
her because I wanted to. It's your lucky day, she says.
Yes, he came to see me. He wanted to know that she was okay, spiritually speaking. He confided in me quite a bit, actually. He seemed to appreciate having someone to talk to, and he knew I couldn't tell anyone what he said. Oh, Sam, you know I can't do that. Tarot reader client confidentiality. Oh, she gets easily confused. Youth of today. Fine. Jeeve Dupont was breathing down her neck, so we thought it would be simpler if we stuck together. If these walls weren't separating our rooms, then technically it'd be true. To protect Lexi. None of this is her fault, and she gets anxious easily. I was just trying to take the pressure off. I'm sorry, Sam. I never usually lie. Rain's a big boy. He can handle himself. Besides, I'd be highly suspicious if Rain claimed to be doing anything else other than reading on a Monday night. That's pretty much all he does every night.
One has traces of the same limestone as the Great Sphinx of Giza.
Sam, what can I do for you? We didn't Lexi used a Ouija board to get the name. It's Lexi's thing. I don't personally go near them, but in this case, it did help. No. Lexi needs to give it context from the tarot reading. A lot of the time, it comes up with nothing. Or a sordid comment directed at Lexi. I think that's why she keeps using it, to be honest. Once we thought there was going to be a murder, Lexi used the Ouija board to find out the victim's name. It spelled out the rota. This is going to sound weird. Most people believe Ouija boards contact the dead. So if Lexi contacts a dead person, that person needs to know what happens in the future. Ergo, maybe the person she's contacting is from the future. A time traveller who died here. Yes. Well, not just time travel, time and space travel is also possible. If we accept the fact there are multiple realities, we must also accept there are others like us who found a way to travel between these realities. We're trying to save people. I said we're trying. We have a gift. We have Mercury, the tarot. It tells us where bad things are going to happen, and we try and stop them. Birmingham. We couldn't save anyone there either. The problem with travellers is... Let's put a pin in this one, Sam. Let me ask Bronwyn. If she says it's okay to talk about it, it's okay to talk about it.
Everything still
So I've
screamed
got
at me to
to stay here
flee.
and talk to
The
Bronwyn.
feeling in your gut when you know something awful is going to happen.
Hi Sam, back from war already? No, I think Bronwyn met him though. You'd have to ask her, or him. It's not my place to say. I didn't. How did you find out? Am I in trouble? It was only a little white lie, nothing else. It wasn't even that much of a lie. We're both here, in the guest house. We just happened to be in different rooms. If I had proof, Ron wouldn't have made this all up. I'm sorry, Sam, I really am. I know how this must look, but I couldn't kill anything, honest. Oh, it's just your run-of-the-mill spirit communication device? Want to know how it works? Cool, okay. So Ouija boards send us messages from the spirit world, right? But where is the spirit world? I mean, there's planets and stars in space. The spirit world must be really far away beyond all that. With so far to travel, messages from the spirit world must take ages to get here. Like how light from the sun takes 8 minutes or something to reach us. You still with me? Oh, you're sweet. Where was I? Oh, so here's my point. The spirit world is actually several hours ahead of us. That's how we get messages about things that haven't happened yet. That's how we got Dorota's name. Because in the spirit world, she was already dead. I know, mind-blowing. Traveller, that's a really old role-playing game, isn't it? Oh, did you now? Well then, you know what I know. I guess you must be a part of our inner circle. How does it feel? Cheeky? Are you flirting with me? Oh dear, am I blushing again? There's a murder to solve. Maybe you should do that first, then me. No, not like that.
I tried to stay calm as I pulled my phone from my pocket and died.
Dear.
Her hand squeezed mine, just a little.
I can be him now. But I'm gonna be.
Hello, I'm Rain. I'm Rain.
came around the curve and she was just there and I hit her and she's twisted weird and...
Don't forget the group reading, Ray. By which I mean, if you see Lexi, tell her not to forget the group reading.
What's the plan?
We still don't know what we're dealing with. There's every chance that it could just be a normal human murder.
What if it's not a...
Then we have to assume that it's some kind of traveller.
Like in Birmingham?
Yeah, like in Birmingham.
She was gone.
Right. So I've got
The
to say
black
Lexi.
What do you think of...
Oh, I'll totally hit that. Apart from the whole investigating Bronwyn for murder thing, of course. But that's a minor flaw. I can work around it.
I hear Sam likes you too.
Really? Well, you know, I'm not surprised. I am a total babe.
Clenched tightly in my hand.
Ah, Rain, can I help?
About
Was there a problem?
my tap was...
Dripping. Maybe I was in my bedroom. That's out of bounds to you.
I was in such a rush that I let down the last 3 stairs and nearly killed...
Right, could it be him this time? Because I haven't done him yet.
I'm Oscar. Is there anything else I can do?
My car was there. It was pristine.
Oscar Wainwright, what a surprise.
I saw the familiar red and
Right,
blue lights
so get
reflecting
nothing.
through my kitchen.
Perhaps our Bronwyn's not there.
This should be a fun thing to explain.
Rain's not there.
To the door, ready to show the officers my car and prove that it wasn't.
And Lexi's not there.
But my stomach dropped as I opened the door.
Hi,
Could be
I'm
Bronwyn or
Bronwyn.
could go and see Lexi.
I'm Bronwyn.
Saying, do you understand?
Oh, Bron, I'm so glad you're here. We need to talk.
Is something wrong?
No one can hear us, right? I mean, I'm assuming this room isn't bugged, although knowing Violet, there's probably cameras everywhere.
You think Violet's a voyeur?
Probably. I don't know. She has that look about her, don't you think? Like she knows something she's not letting on. I wouldn't be surprised if there's cameras hidden in the wardrobe.
What have you got to...
Nothing. Though I'd rather she didn't see me dancing around in my underwear. I only do that for people I love.
Do you love me?
Of course I do, Bron. See? And now that's on film. I hope you enjoyed that, Violet. Listen, we need to talk about our alibi.
What about...
I know you said it would be better if we said we were together, but lying about your alibi, that's pretty serious. Are you sure it was a good idea?
We should do whatever...
You're acting like we've got something to hide. Bron, is there something you're not telling me? Why'd you ask me to lie? Were you really in your room all night?
Yes.
Then stop with the cloak and dagger stuff, alright?
Sinkhole in the graveyard exposed the well's contents.
I'm truly...
I didn't really know her. I saw her pictures in the newspaper. Can't remember what for right now.
I didn't see you here last night.
What are you implying?
It's just suspicious.
Does anyone really care that Dorota is dead?
Yes.
Firstly, thank you for writing this one in. She says, I dream that I'm in a strange house, but in the dream...
I'm Oscar. Is there anything else I can do?
crawling out of them until the whole room is covered in bugs. I don't know about you, Poe, but I don't really like the sound of that very much.
Well, it's very... Oscar? What are you doing here?
I want to help.
I know. We've already talked about this. You said you'd get into Bronwyn Castle's room somehow and have a look around.
Why?
To find evidence that ties her into Dorota's murder? Maybe you're not the right man for this job.
Have holes in them, so all these different parts have issues or unresolved issues that have been repaired. So I think perhaps she's experienced, and she it's a perpetual
is that houses represent your soul, and
potential.
so you're quite correct in what you're saying about filling up different aspects of her life and things like that. It's 7 o'clock, and here's the latest August update. Chief DuPont of August Police is urging residents to be vigilant tonight following the brutal murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Whilst he stresses there is no immediate threat to the community at large, residents should be on the lookout until the killer is in police custody. Miss Shaw was found strangled in her bedroom home last night. Poe, I heard she was found by her mother.
Truly awful. Mother caught me up to all sorts of mischief in my bedroom. Also in the news, emergency services were called to the crossroads at Grange Avenue and Church Street following a collision between two cars. There are no reports of any serious injuries, but you might want to take a different route for now.
Oh no. It's going to be one of those nights, Poe.
Stay with me, doll. I'll keep you safe.
I'm not going anywhere. That's 7 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Hey, here's someone who wants to reach...
Sorry, we're closed. Come back tomorrow or make an appointment online. Yes. What do you want? I already told the police she did all those things of her own accord. I didn't force her to do anything. Oh! Dorota Shaw. Sorry. I'm afraid I didn't know her that well. For the August Chronicle, she won some sort of award. I remember her cello. It kept reflecting the flash and ruining the shot. No, I went to her house, along with the reporter. It's better with these human interest stories to capture them in a natural habitat. If you asked me to drive there without my sat-nav, no. No, actually, I've been running a special offer on portraits since she came in for a studio session. Wait there. As you can see, there's photos here around the cello. Now this one's in colour. Beautiful hair. Oh, legs wrapped around. Another one here. Ooh, hang on. Do you see what I see?
What?
Nothing else? Just a dead girl who looks alive. That's the power of photography. It preserves us forever like butterflies under a glass. What do you mean? Violet needs to mind her own business. I didn't want to mention them out of respect for the dead. You've heard of boudoir photography. Dorota saw my boudoir set and asked me to take some shots. It's all very tasteful. A lot of women have them done as gifts for their husbands or boyfriends. Or girlfriends, I suppose. She didn't say. Her boyfriend, I assume. Friends? Yes. I know Violet very well. Violet takes it very well, actually. I like him like that. With a frosty exterior comes a soft, warm center. I'm sorry my analogy wasn't explicit enough for you. Yes, we have sex. Here. I'm usually here most nights. I live here, detective. Long story short, I'm divorced. My wife got the house, my business is all I have left.
Volunteered for a top-secret project at an undisclosed location. When he had first heard those words,
If you have anything else on Zach Weston, let me know. That's what he says, but no one can back him up. He's on my radar now. I think you're supposed to tell me that. If he was taking photos of Dorota, maybe he fell for her? And the feeling wasn't mutual. Artists have muses, apparently. Wish I had one. And I'm all for a good boudoir picture, but who would have thought? There's definitely a strong connection between those two then. Perhaps go and ask him about it? Zach Weston says he was in his studio last night. Zach says he's sleeping with Violet, which I doubt. Zach did other photo sessions with Dorota. Boudoir. I wonder what else he's not telling us. Rain still says he was praying in his room, alone. Bronwyn and Lexi lied about being together last night. You're still following up Birmingham. Keep me posted. Yeah, you mentioned the word traveller to me, but he's nothing. Oscar's in the clear. He was playing football last night. He said that Dorota had a wedding dress in her closet. Not many people would know that. That's it.
Dimitri boarded the elevator to the excavation site, as he had been doing for the last 248 days.
No? Who's that? Never heard of him. Who what? Boudoir photos? She sent some private photos to me by phone. Do you mean them? Yeah, I'll put them in an album for you. No.
Best and brightest. As they waited for the
Put them in
elevator
an
to reach the
album for
bottom,
you.
they went through their schedule for the day, which centered around their latest discovery. A hole of less than 2 meters.
I'm Zach Weston. Just sharpening my powers of persuasion.
So I've got to
Formation.
say Violet.
But neither could it have been man-made.
Zach! What are you doing here? Quick, don't let anyone see you.
Why don't you want anyone?
What? You're the one who said we shouldn't be seen together. What are you doing here?
I wanted to make sure.
What did you do? What did you say to Sam?
Everyone's talking about Dorota.
I know. But I suppose people like that attract trouble.
People like what?
Homewreckers. Anyway, I hope you didn't just come here to talk about Dorota.
Are you happy?
I didn't say that. But we both know what Dorota was like. She practically threw herself at you.
She didn't throw herself at me. Why'd you think that?
The boudoir sessions. Some girls get the wrong idea. I saw how she was looking at you. She wanted it.
You were there.
I've seen all your photos, Zach. All of them.
I'm not sure that's wise, said Dr. Remington, clearly echoing the thoughts of the other two scientists. Perhaps it was Dimitri's and his eagerness for a break himself, much to the surprise of the others. "I will," he insisted. "I'll do it." The three scientists all looked at each other.
Hello, I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
Sheffield, you're all hooked up and ready to go. The crew member who had helped him put on his rappelling harness performed the final check on the crane, which was...
Well, hello, gorgeous. Everyone in town's heard. She's a local celebrity now.
Local
Famous for being murdered. How shall she be remembered anyway?
I came over last night, but you weren't here.
Well, that explains why there was no answer when I called you. I was definitely here.
Dimitri was startled by the sudden voice in his ear. "Yes, Dr. Utani, I hear you loud and clear," he replied. "All right, we're going to accelerate your descent a bit, otherwise we'll be here all day." Dr.
Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
Dr. Utani checked in with him at regular intervals to working and to notify him of the depth of his descent. 100 meters, 400, 500, 600.
Rain's up
Nearing the end of the
there.
rope now, she informed Dimitri at 800 meters.
Lexi's not
The rest was
there.
inaudible. "I'll just tug the rope and you'll pull me back up," Dimitri.
Hello, I'm Rain. I'm Rain.
Or in the small hope that Dr. Utani and the others could still hear him. But
You have a lovely guest house.
It is quaint, isn't it? It's all my parents had when they died. We're literally sitting in my inheritance.
How did your parents...
Father died first. Heart attack. They found him in the freezer when Mother died. She had a pulmonary embolism. I didn't really talk to them much.
Freezer?
Yes, she kept him in the chest freezer because she didn't want to be alone. Stored him perfectly. Still use it today.
prepare to make history. You're
That
going to have
sounds
field
a
day with
bit
this.
creepy.
I'll be sure to get some pictures for you. Suspended above unknown
Problem's
heights,
not there.
carefully produced his camera from the pouch on his
Lexi's not there.
out. This is not just probes that end up malfunctioning down here. It's too dark now to take a photo, but...
Hello, I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
Oh, excuse me.
darkness, so the work was tedious and fiddly. In quality to it, it managed to chase away the silence and took... By the time Dimitri was done with his task, he'd gotten so used to the... lingered in his head. A welcome reprieve from the unnerving silence, he thought, until he realized two things. It wasn't in his head. They were whispers. Overcome by a sudden and severe... There was no response. As Dimitri kept tugging on the rope, the whispers grew louder, or perhaps they were getting closer. Dimitri started yelling up the shaft. "Pull me up! Get me out of here, please!" He swore he heard laughter coming from down below. As Dimitri's heart was beating in his chest and his stomach started to turn inside out, "Sir," he pleaded the moment
Right, I'm gonna end it
Okay.
there. I still don't know if I'm getting anywhere or not.